Alright, so today we're going to practice long division. Our answer is going to be a whole number, so we won't have any remainder in this problem. So first off, this number on the outside, the first number is the one that is going to go inside of our division symbol. So the 125 goes inside. A common mistake that people make is that they want to put that 125 on the outside, and you're going to get a really awful decimal at that point. So 125 on the inside, which leaves a 5 to divide on the outside, our divisor. All right. Now, what we do next is we need to see how many times 5 can go into 1. So what that really means is you're trying to divide one thing into 5 different pieces. Now, can you do that if you only have one X and everyone will be able to have something? It's like sharing one cookie with 5 people. Are they all going to get one whole cookie? The answer is no. Now, what we like to do is we like to put our X right above here. We like to put an X there. And the reason we do this is that we keep all of our numbers in line. So we know that we're not going to write our next number underneath the 1. This is more useful when we have decimals. So now we move on. We need to see how many times now 5 can go into 12. So if you know your multiplication facts, you might already know 5 times something is going to get you closer to 12. But if you don't know that, you can always draw a picture. So I'll do the X's again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that'll get us 12. Then we want to divide these 12 X's into 5 separate categories. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What I do is I just take an X and I'll cross it off and make sure that each one gets one, each box gets one before I make any box have more than one. So use an X, cross it off. Now that every box already has one, I can just go with the rest of them. Now I have 2 left over, okay? And I don't have, every box can't have one more. So we just have a remainder of 2 at that point. But 5 boxes times what number is going to get us close to 12? And the answer is 2. So we are going to take that 2, we're going to put it at the top. And 5 times 2 is going to be 10. And you can check because we use 10 of the X's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we're just going to subtract. We have 12 minus 10 here. 12 minus 10 is 2. Now we still have this 5 up here. We need to bring them down. And I always use arrows so that I can make sure that all my numbers are in a row and we're not having them like all the way over here and making it messy. So use arrows to keep your stuff nice and organized. Now we need to see how many times can 5 break 25 into equal categories. So if you know your multiplication facts, you might already know this answer. If not, you can always draw another diagram. So I can do that. I can draw 25 X's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And I need to divide these 25 X's up into 5 categories. So, and every category needs to have the same amount of X's. It's good to have extra because you can always make a decimal. In this case, we won't. But they all need to have the same amount. So every single one of these groups has 5. And we were able to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups with 5 each. So that means that 5 times 5 is going to equal 25. And then we just subtract. So 25 minus 5 is 0. So what this means for us is that with our problem, 125 divided by 5, that equals 25. Now we can always check this, and the way that you can check this is you can take your answer and you can multiply it by the number that you're dividing by. So in this case, we were dividing by 5 and we got the answer of 25. So we can always multiply 25 times 5. So reminder, you multiply by the ones first. So 5 times 5 is 25. Carry your 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus that 2 is 12, and you get 125, which was our answer that we started off up here, so that we know that we're correct.